You're saying that those lucky enough to secure jobs will be contributing to this fund so that you cushion, the most vulnerable in the society. We have millions of jobless Kenyans out there. Don't you think theirs could be an earning problem and not a saving problem? Because now, if you say
theirs is
an earning problem,
yes,
not a saving problem. So even if you make these houses very, very affordable, some of them cannot even afford that 2,500. And then my question too on that, if I'm already paying for mortgage, why should I be forced to contribute to the fund?
Very good question. If you are paying a mortgage, nothing stops you as somebody who is employed. Yeah? Number one, contributing to this fund. Because it is not a tax. It is your money. What you are doing, you are playing your patriotic duty. Because out there, we have millions of young people who get out of school every year. It is our responsibility, me and you. Why is it our responsibility? Because they are the taxpayers that end up paying our salaries. Right? And it is our duty also to see how we can help them in a small way. And you have said correctly that their problem is employment. Precisely. That's why I'm saying these 5 million characters, our children, getting out of school. Don't you think it is a decent thing? Don't you think it is the right thing to participate in an exercise that helps our country, our young people, instead of engaging in crime, in abuse of drugs, to be part, to get a job? By the way, in the last 8 months, 8 months, I have launched the construction of 36,000 housing units in Kenya. Yeah? I went to Homa Bay. Last Friday, I was in South B here at the Bellevue, where they are building, I think, 2,000-something houses. I will be going to Makongeni, hopefully in the next maybe 3-4 weeks or 1 month, to launch another 30,000 houses. The 36,000 units, there are close to 100,000 young people today working in those sites. Engineers, quantity surveyors, plumbers, electricians, carpenters, masons, all manner of people, including the women who sell food. Okay. It is a whole ecosystem. I was very amazed in South B. A group of women were saying, sisi tunaitwa protein. Sisi ndio tutakuwa tunauza chakula hapa. Bwana President, tunataka uhakikisha kwamba hii watu wasilete watu wengine. Because you see, it is a whole ecosystem. And I want to ask my countrymen and women, those of us who are employed, please, let us not hold in contempt those who don't have jobs those who are not.
You say it's not a tax.
It is not a tax.
What is it?
It is a contribution you are making, because if it was a tax, tax, it goes one way. You never get it. This is not a tax.
Okay, why
it is your money.
Okay, why then, Mr. President, if it's not a tax, if that bill hypothetically says passed by the National Assembly, it's legally binding?
Yeah, of course.
It's not a tax, you said.
It is not a tax.
Why would I contribute? And if I don't want?
That's what the law says.
But why are you passing it?
Yeah, the question I am asking you is, are you saying, Abdi, that you don't think it is your business to contribute to the employment of the unemployed Kenyans?
Okay, it's the responsibility.
It is not your business.
Okay, hang on, Mr. President.
Who is Kenyan government? Kenyan government is me and you.
Hang on, Mr. President. You saw the mandate of the Kenyan people.
Exactly.
There is we can't represent all of us.
Yes.
I worked hard for my money.
Yes.
You said it's not tax. But there is a bill in Parliament. If it's passed, it's legally binding. Why would I make a contribution for others to succeed? It's your business as the government. You are the head of state. You have the responsibility. You have the mandate.
That's why the Constitution gives me the power to tax.
But it's you who is leading the government.
That's why the Constitution gives me the power to sign things into law.
Okay.
So I am simply doing my job.
Mr. President, let's get the specifics very clear.
Yeah.
It's a very simple issue.
Yes.
You are saying it's not a tax.
It is not a tax.
That's the commander-in-chief saying.
Yes, it is not a tax.
Hang on, let's go step by step.
Yes.
There is a bill that will come before Parliament.
Absolutely.
Hypothetically, let's say it's passed. If it's not a tax, Why would I contribute?
Because it is the law.
The law, Mr. President.
Once it is passed, it is the law.
Okay, meaning then it's a tax, and you understand it's a tax.
Yeah, once it is passed, it is the law, and you have to contribute. Let me ask you.
One rider, Mr. President.
Let me ask you. No, just allow me. Let me ask you, Abdi. Do you know that today you contribute 6% of your salary to NSSF?
Correct.
Why? It is not a tax.
Mr. President,
okay, hang on.
On that, Mr. President.
Okay.
It's the same thing.
Okay, hang on,
it is the law.
The
Okay.
issue, though,
Okay.
the issue, though.
There is the NHIF question, Mr. President.
Yes.
Which you have passionately talked about.
I am very passionate about
Which is still, again, because you have cherry-picked on the NSSF, but there's the NHIF component, which
Correct.
I still pay for.
Yes.
You pay for as well.
Yes.
But then what's the point of contributing to the NHIF program, yet I go to the hospital and I only get paid for the bed?
Precisely. That is why I want to make NHIF work. You know how I'm going? I'm working on it, by the way. It is in the works, and it will be part of this exercise. What I have done on NHIF, and I have a good history, long history with NHIF. When we came into office in 2013, there were only about 3 million contributors on NHIF. And by the way, NHIF works. I was in Thika, Kenyatta Referral Hospital.
Teaching and Referral Hospital.
Teaching and Referral Hospital. And the doctors there spoke about NHIF in a way that inspired me. How NHIF has helped many people who would otherwise have not been able to get medical service. What I'm doing with NHIF is exactly what I said. And by the way, Hussein.
Ayub.
Ayub Abdi. By the way, this housing plan, I talked about it in the campaign everywhere. And I promised the people of Kenya, if you elect me president, this housing thing, I am going to use it to get jobs for our young people and to remove Kenyans from slums. So it is not something that I arrived in office and I started. If you read the manifesto of Kenya Kwanza, it is a big chapter. In fact, I was asking some of the MPs that were trying to say, oh, you know, I asked them, when me and you were standing on the podium and told the people of Kenya, elect us, we are going to arrange for housing so that you thought it was a joke. It was not a joke.
Na Mheshimiwa Rais, tukisalia katika...
that's where we are, Abdi. Hapo ndio tuko.
Okay.
Na Mheshimiwa Rais, tukisalia katika swala hili la gharama ya maisha, lakini